Just because the Chiefs aren't playing in the Super Bowl this year doesn't mean you still can't make Super Bowl plans. And why not watch the big game at a local place that was named one of the 10 best sports bars in all of America? Here's tonight's Friday Night Flights.
If you are any kind of sports fan but haven't been to Chappell's in North Kansas City, do yourself a favor and go. It's a bar, restaurant, and sports museum all at once. But the best part is meeting the founder of Chappell's, Jim Chappell.
Look at this right here. Home of the Kansas City Chiefs. They put this up out on I-70 when they won the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. And you know where that sign is today?
Where?
Right there.
Oh, that is really cool.
You want Kansas City Super Bowl stories? There's plenty right here.
There's the first Super Bowl where they played, and that's Bart Starr and Lenny Dawson with the quarterbacks.
Just like the rest of Chiefs Kingdom, Chappell was sure the team he's followed for decades was headed back to the Super Bowl when Charvarius Ward picked off Tom Brady with less than a minute left in this year's AFC Championship game.
I was ecstatic when it happened, and then a couple minutes later he says, I don't know. And then I said, no, don't tell me that flag's on us. And it was.
As we all know, the Patriots would go on to win in overtime. But Chappell believes Chiefs fans won't have to wait long before Mahomes and company are in the Super Bowl, and says in the meantime, it's fun to reflect on how the powerhouse Chief of the late 60s and early 70s ruled this city.
The Kansas City Chiefs were like gods in the 1969-70. They could do anything in this town.
Chappell's has been a staple in North Kansas City since 1986. The sheer amount of sports memorabilia here is one of the reasons USA Today named it among the top sports bars in the country. Jim sold his business earlier this year, which frees him up from management duties and allows him to just hang out and have fun at the sports mecca he created.
One of the really cool features here at Chappell's are all the helmets hanging from the ceiling. There are hundreds of helmets. Talking local, college, football, pro, high schools from all over the place. There are actually more than 1,000 football helmets hanging from the ceiling here.
He's collected a lifetime of sports memories here, but Chappell does have his favorites.
This will be ours next year.
That's a replica of the 1982 Super Bowl trophy. But this trophy is the real deal. It's the Oakland A's 1973 World Series trophy. Chappell loves this game-worn Dallas, Texas warm-up jacket that was Len Dawson's. He says not a lot of Texans gear survived when they became the Kansas City Chiefs because owner Lamar Hunt had a knack for repurposing. Another favorite? Check out this old Chiefs sideline coat hanging from the ceiling.
That used to say Texans on it, and Lamar took Texans off and put Chiefs on it, and he never had enough of them. And Otis Taylor was their wide receiver, and when it was cold, he'd watch, when it was third and long, he'd watch the sidelines looking for a defensive player, and he'd run, try to get their coat, because there wasn't enough of them.
Can you imagine the Chiefs not having enough warm-up coats? Now, for those of you too young to remember, Lamar Hunt's Dallas Texans became the Chiefs and moved to Kansas City back in 1963. Hey, if you have an idea for a future Friday Night Flights, hit me up on Twitter. You'll find me at BradKCTV5.